Hey there viewers, a Transformers fan or Charlie Young back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Age of the Prime's Prime Smokescreen. Now, when we first got the leaked listings of this guy, well, we didn't know what Smokescreen it was going to be. Me, personally, I was kind of hoping for Armada Smokescreen. I know, I'm just a huge Armada fan, so... But it could have also easily been a reissue of Earthrise Smokescreen, for example, but... No, turns out it was a new Toya Prime Smokescreen, which... Honestly, that's pretty cool. Although, to be fair, the recent Prime updates have been kind of... And honestly, I think this one's no different, but we'll get there soon. So, starting off with the box. So, yep, standard Age of the Prime's packaging. So we've got Smokescreen here in both modes. It's a Smokescreen, it's not Prime Universe Smokescreen. 20 steps. Here we got another picture of him. This side we got some of the primes. This side we got him in both modes. Plus we can see that his arm cannons can actually double as exhaust, which is pretty cool. So yeah, and that's pretty much it for the box. So moving on to the actual figure. Well, he's a sports car, or I'm not sure if this is meant to be an actual sports car, but it does look pretty nice. So of course, looking at the details, we've got the white here, got the blue on the bonnet, got the Autobot symbol. Now, on my reaction video, I was talking about how to kind of slowly not doing clear plastic as much. But with Smokescreen here, they are still doing it. So they're not entirely phasing the stuff out. So yeah. Got a port here if you want to plug in a gun. Doesn't really make sense here because the weapons here don't really plug in here. But I guess if you have, like, I don't know, a weaponizer or something, they can plug the gun on there. Of course, we've got the headlights. We've got the spoiler, which is pretty cool. Got some red here on the side. The doors, which have the number 38 on them, which is a nice callback to G1 Smokescreen. So, got that. Got the wheels, which seem to just be pegged in, it seems. Yeah, they're just pegged in. But anyway, we've got the back. Not really much to speak about here, but underneath, yeah, it's all pretty compact. And he actually rolls pretty well. Like, for pegged in wheels, like, he actually rolls pretty decently. So, yeah. And well, for the accessories, we just get these two, yeah. But, well, these are meant to be his hand cannons. And I guess you could plug them on the top if you really wanted to. But they're not meant to go there. What they're meant to do... These plug onto these bits here. On what's going to be his feet. And now we've got exhaust. So that's pretty cool. These just become exhaust pipes. So now he can be one of those shithead drivers who just has really loud, like, vroom, vroom. Like, so there you go. Although, if you want, these can still, like, there's space there. Just have them in there. So, you can do that if you want. But, can these take blast effects? And, nope. Unfortunately, yeah, this isn't big enough to hold a blast effect, which is kind of unfortunate. But, oh well. But yeah, overall, that's pretty much it for the car modes. I do quite like it, although on my copy it seems the bonnet can't really go down like all the way. You can sort of see there's like a bit of a gap there. On this side it's fine, on this side it's a bit iffy, but But yeah, that's pretty much it for the car mode. Overall, I quite like it. Now, I don't have any previous like Prime Smokescreens to compare them with, but of course I can just show images. So here he is with the previous Prime Smokescreen. Now there was one released in Japan, and I think that was like Arms Micron, but that was just a knockout redeco, so I'm not gonna show that. So instead, here's Beast Hunters Smokescreen. And, well, yeah, the car modes are pretty similar. I kind of prefer the, the detailing on this one, because this does have the Autobot symbol on the bonnet. And plus, the, Beast Hunters one, well, you know Beast Hunters. Some of them had weird accessories that plopped onto them. Smokescreen was no exception. So, yeah. But hey, the car modes do look pretty similar. But when we get to the robot mode, that's when things kind of fall apart. So, yeah. Hell, same can be said for this guy. And I say that because, well, let's just say the Prime universe has not had too much luck with Legacy and Age of the Primes. I think we all remember the discourse that Prime universe, Bulkhead, and NRC had. But, well, let's just get this guy transformed. So let's just get these guns off. Just get these guns off. Let's try and raise up this camera a wee bit. And this transformation, honestly, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, on one hand, it does do some pretty cool stuff, namely how the bonnet becomes his chest. But on the other hand, there's some things I don't really like about it. So to start, I'm just going to open up the doors, which, if you want, that could be a feature. The doors can open. Yeah, so you just open up the doors. Then come here. Untap the roof from the back of the car. And I guess we can just split the legs here. I'm just going to open up the legs here. So we can extend the legs out. And you can see here, these are meant to tab into here. So there we go. And if you hear noise going on in the background, it is really windy for me right now. So yeah. But anyway, you just take the feet, move them down. Then these side bits can just untap from here. And these will just go forward, like so. So that's the legs all done. Although, that's one issue already. these bloody figs do not like to tab in. And that's a huge pain in the neck, so... But anyway, continuing on. We're just gonna try and untab the whole bonnet section here. Come on, there we go. So that just lifts up, and then I can go forward like so. And essentially this is going to drop down over the chest. But first of all, we're going to untab this from what's going to be the chest. I'm going to split the arms, move them down. Move the shoulders down. Get the arms transformed. Like so. I just noticed that these can take blast effects, so anyway. So just get the hands out. Come on. There we go. Now this next part is really interesting. So we just take this section, move this down, and that forms the chest, and then the head can move down. And then what's going to be the, well, what was the car bonnet just moves down, and that forms his chest. And then these doors essentially could just tilt upwards. And then, well, we can just get everything straightened out, especially because these refuse to tab in. Well, here we have Smokescreen in robot mode. And, yeah, from the waist up, the transformation is quite fun and interesting, but from the waist down, yeah, I'm just gonna get this out the way. I fucking hate how the legs transform, because, again, these don't tab in, and the way that the legs just transform, the way that the legs just overall transform is kind of iffy, in my opinion. So, yeah. But anyway, looking at the robot mode, honestly, yeah, from a glance, it does look pretty good. It does look like Smokescreen. But yeah, if we look at the head, yeah, they give him a nose. And that's something they do with all modern Prime figures in Legacy and Age of the Primes. So, yeah, but ignoring that, the head sculpt does just look like a G1ified version of Prime Smokescreen. And if you don't like that, fair enough. But honestly, I've grown used to the whole G1ification of the Prime characters, so... But honestly, this guy has way more issues than just, it looks more G1 now. This guy has a lot more issues than that. Key some points. Yeah, the chest doesn't tab in. Like, you'd expect this to, like, there's like little bits here. You'd expect it to click into that, but no. So, yeah, that's two things that don't really go in on this figure. So, yeah, expect the chest to just come on down when you're fiddling with this guy. Like, at least with Earthrise Smokescreen, that chest tabs in. But, yeah. Anyways, for other things, well, if you're not using these guns, these can actually go into the doors, which is pretty cool. So we do have weapon storage in robot modes, which is pretty neat. And one cool thing is, on his left arm, if you can see that. I'm not sure if it's focusing. Oh my god, he's got the fucking Omnitrix. Okay, jokes aside, he's got the phase shifter. So yeah, that's a pretty nice detail that they didn't have to include, but they just, like, it's the small details that I kind of appreciate. Like this, for example. So yeah, like this doesn't do like anything obviously, but it's just a small fun reference to the show. So yeah. Now, normally this is where I show the accessories, so let's just get them on. Oh, come on, there we go. So, you can't really hold him normally, unless you want him to hold a weird cone. So what you have to do is just fold up the hands. And I guess if you want, you can just plug Blast Effect straight into there, like he's a GoBot, but... well, we just plug these straight into here. And there you go, this is weaponry. And again, as I said, these don't take Blast Effects, which... yeah, but oh well. So yeah. So, I think that's pretty much most of what I'm wanting to say. Because we've got the accessories here, the cool phase shifter nod, and most of my issues. Namely, this and that. So I think, next up, how does he compare with the previous Smokescreen? And, yeah. This guy may have flaws, but I'm definitely taking it over that. Now, I think Takara did try and make this version a bit more accurate in the Go line. But then again, he also turned Knockout into Smokescreen, so... Now, me personally, I'm kind of wanting to see what they do with this molds. Like, Toy Hacks does... like, if I remember correctly, I think Toy Hacks does have a sticker sheet that turns into, like, Beast Hunter's Prowl. And I think I've heard rumors that the upcoming Age of Evolution Barricade is going to use this mold, probably to reference this figure. And if that's the case, that would be fucking awesome, and I hope that's the case. But me personally, I kind of hope that we see Season 3 Smokescreen, you know, in the blue and yellow. Like, I think that would be a pretty cool deco to see, because this is like Season 2 Smokescreen. So, to see him in the Season 3 deco would be pretty cool in my opinion. I don't know, maybe it'll be like a Pulse exclusive or a SDCC exclusive or something, I don't know. But I think it'll be pretty cool. So yeah. Now, finally, articulation. Well, the head is on a ball joint, so yeah, he can look both ways. And he can look up, because that's part of the transformation. The arms can move, although the doors do get in the way of that, so you just have to maneuver them out the way if you want to move the arms. There you go. The door wings themselves can be moved however you want, so if you want them like this, back how they were in vehicle mode, or like this for whatever reason. So you do have options with the door wings. Double jointed elbows, which is pretty cool. Bicep rotation. If I get the hand out again, there's nothing at the wrist because it has to fold in for the gun. But I guess this could count as articulation. I don't know. Waist rotation. He can kick forward. He can kick back. And this is where the articulation starts to shit the bed a little bit. Because, of course, we got the knee. Oh, I have to untab this, and now it's starting to fully be tabbed in. Because, of course, it is. But I have to untab the leg to move the fucking knee. What the hell? Why even have that tab in if it's going to hinder the knee movement? Like, oh. I don't get it. Why even have that tab into the knee at all? Maybe just. So yeah, the knee joint is not the greatest because of that, in my opinion. But we do have thigh rotation, ankle pivot, foot can move up, and we do have a port there if you want to plug in a weaponizer. So yeah. And overall, that's pretty much all I've got to say about Smokescreen. Now, compared to Wavemate, Swerve, and Ratchet, I can't comment on Power Glide. I don't have him yet, but I'm pretty sure he's amazing as well. But compared to the Wavemates that I do have, so Swerve and Ratchet, this guy is probably my least favorite so far. Like, the car mode is amazing, but the rubber mode kind of falters. So yeah, the complaints, I do have a bunch of complaints. The chest sucks. This tab and the knees suck. Hell, I've had these like wing joints come off before as well. So that's also really annoying. And also the transformation, like, and once you figure it out, it is fine. But my first time trying to do the transformation was quite fiddly. So yeah, I'd say this is a figure that you need patience for. So would I recommend it? Honestly, not for full price. I would say wait for this guy to go on sale. Like, if he's on sale for like 10 quids, then sure. But for full retail, honestly, I don't think he's worth it. And that's just a sad truth, because there's a lot of figures that are just currently not. Like, there's a lot of figures that just don't feel like they're worth it. And these fuckers are getting expensive. Like, come on, 28 quid for a deluxe? Hasbro, please, just chill out. But yeah, just do not buy this at full retail. That's my recommendation. Just, if you want it, wait for a sale. Buy it for like 10 quids. So, yeah. Hopefully with future releases like that rumored Barricade or maybe a Season 3 deco, they'll fix some of the issues. But with this version, yeah, not really the greatest figure in my opinion. So yeah, this has been my review on Age of the Prime Smokescreen, and this is a Transformers fan signing off.